Last weekend, my husband and I went to Paris to celebrate our 11th wedding anniversary. Eurostar meant we had to get up very early, but the wonderful thing about the Eurostar is you always get a seat and there's always plenty of room. Jay got on with doing some emails and I got on with relaxing. It wasn't in the way of entertainment on the train, but I will say this emergency film had me in stitches. There is absolutely no way I was going to do that. Joe and I had our honeymoon here 11 years ago, and it was quite a moment to get back to the garden wall. The first thing we did is popped into a taxi and headed to our hotel. It was a bit early to check in, but we knew we'd be able to leave our bags. This is the Place de la Concorde. I'll come back to that later. Lots of family history. When we arrived at the hotel, I was very pleasantly surprised, slightly worrying as Joe started looking immediately for retail opportunities. Darling, the room cost enough, believe me. And it was absolutely wonderful to realise we were in Paris. This hotel was so Belle Epoque. It was in the first arrondissement, just by Opera and the Place Vendôme, a spectacular part of town. And because it was so early, I helped myself to a coffee. So, caffeine fix over, it was time to step out of the hotel and step into Paris. And looking around the Place Vendôme, I really was beginning to feel a little bit Christmassy. It was many years ago that I actually worked at the Ritz in Paris, so to come back now was absolutely lovely. Who's that gorgeous man I saw on the street? Oh, hello, husband. And then we did the most luxurious thing of all. We simply just wandered through the streets of Paris. That's one of the things I like most of all about being on holiday. When you have no Zoom calls, no team meetings, no agenda, nothing to do except wander, take in the view, and have an adventure. I think Joe's got competition. Oh, good Lord. Twins! As we walked through the Christmas market, I couldn't help but notice it wasn't really French gastronomy at its finest. Oh, well, there are some baguettes, some ham and cheese. Yeah, there are some frites, I'll give you that. And quite a lot of cheese. However, I think other fine dining options are available in Paris, but I did spot the Three Kings there on their way, and then, very close to them, I spied out of the corner of my eyes Father Christmas. I had to go and have a word with him. I decided I was going to tell him what I wanted for Christmas. Let's hope I'm on the good list. And I'm glad to say he assured me I was. Then we carried on walking through the Tuileries Gardens, and there in the distance at the other side of Place de la Concorde, you can see the Eiffel Tower. Now, Place de la Concorde was absolutely freezing, and you might think I'm completely mad to go there first thing after arriving in Paris. But I really wanted to go and pay a little bit of homage to Place de la Concorde, or in Place de la Concorde, because it has a connection with my family, and I'd like to share that with you.